one, folks, because I'm one bottle of wine deep and feeling a little frisky, if I may say so myself. Not in the sense of wanting to f anything, but of adventure. And that I have a adventure boner. Such is the way of the nomad. The radio for this place sucks balls. They like sing about mathematics and bullshit. Algebra and equations. We've got the mathematics for you. How Chinese are you, brother? Someday, your worth will not be measured in how much you help others, but in how Chinese are you. The calculation will be a cold and calculating one. China! Kinda wanna murder the station master, but you know, I'm a good guy, I'm a nice guy, I'm not a fucking robot murderer. Soothing tunes.
For your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension.
Oh yeah, brother. You bet your ass I'm gonna do all the side quests before I do anything else.
Members of the Order of the Ascendant allocated to Golden Ridge. As foreseen, recent conflicts between the Protectorate and his choice and yourselves.
Now we'll do this initial one because it's like the intro quest. And then we'll explore.
The loss of Fort Endurance, disabling of the tramicular, and a 17.9% reduction in effective sleep cycles per evening. But before you succumb to a sense of malaise that undermines cognitive function, take note from these additional, sharply contrasting data points. Our efforts deciphering the universal equation remain unabated. Extraction continues at Zeranium Manufactory 7, as does research at the N-Ray range.
Damn, those are expensive.
Just as our calculations allow for a
You're gonna have to craft a lot of these.
So do we.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to take sides.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate our mission. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Just in case.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Ultramech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Unless you're bent on exploring, best we hook it over to Matriarch's mercy and meet with that
Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer.
Jeez, there's like 5 things talking at once.
No one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured.
It's a
Can't leave
trap.
them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get. I don't. Vary by my. She's. Hurry, please. We must hurry, or they'll be. Thank.
Hostile ahead. What's the plate?
He's a damn dirty fucking cheat. I know it. I can sense it. This is gonna be an ambush, but I'm gonna be ready for him.
As was long since foreordained, that song was requested by the Department of Predictive Analysis and Auspication.
And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Hit him hard!
Troublemaker approaching.
Where to go?
Get fucked, you piece of shit. This gun sucks. This gun rocks.
Don't make me bury another agent!
Dead goofballs. What a surprise. There's nothing in here. Absolute horseradish. Oh shit. It's nothing. Just some fucking mining robots. Who gives a shit? Need to get up there.
On the way. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Watch that thing.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations. Though our current position with Auntie's choice continues to hold, remain certain that every department stands united and ready should conflict recommence. I simply recall the precision of
They
our
were all murdered, but they weren't robbed, which is real interesting.
technology combined with the deft skills of our exemplars. This keen partnership not only forced our rapacious rivals to drop supplies from high orbit, it sent their ground troops scampering into scattered lines of physically dug trenches. So much for their basic structure that bookish theoreticians, a tidier paraphrasing of their colorful invective, couldn't hold their own on the battlefield.
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike parallel lines.
Continuing as predetermined. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Already this far, I should at least just keep going. Just get the fast travel point and then we'll zip out.
Damn this dust! Stay back! Oh, wait. You aren't one of those damn scrappers. Apologies, stranger. These eyes don't see as well as they used to. Perhaps it was fate you met me here. A capable sort like you is akin to an oasis in a hellish wasteland.
Fuck off,
So
old
might
man.
you be willing to help an old injured man with a simple task? Do I look like the fight-picking sort to you? It pains me to think this injury is enough for you to cast aspersions onto me. I was injured attempting to scale that cliff face to the estate. Wouldn't do to have a fresh wound out in the open, where anything might happen upon me. So I hunkered down here. See, I came here to salvage my, memoir manuscripts. I left some files behind when I fled the estate after the war broke out. If you're keen to help, one file's in a locker in the tram station. The other's in the mansion, in the late vigilance quarters. This is my handrail holding arm, you impudent rascal! Besides, does it look like I could manage in a fight again? Oh, bless you, silly old fool, coming here without aid. Be lucky to leave here alive.
I wanna kill him because I know he's lying. The way they write it, it's like you know they're lying. Fuck, no fast travel point.
Time for it.
itchy. Aggressor's name.
Fastest way forward is through!
Grab's ready if you need a house call. Out of sight and on the way. Someone call for a medic. Happy to help. Discreetly.
You are listening to Voice of Reason.
Let's get him over with!
Experienced the beauty and elegance of the well-formulated plan. I'll never forget your first algorithmic differentiation.
If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
And now a song from a composer predicted to have three-correct melodies and
Things are constantly happening all the time. So overwhelming. Reality's fucking crazy, dude. Thank God most people are too dumb to even consider pondering that. And that's not an insult by any means. I don't think I'm smart. I'm just dumb enough to have figured out that all this shit doesn't make any sense. Reality's fucked. Although it is quite fun. And I think we should focus on that. Because the rest is quite discomforting. Wait, what does this say? Wires in blue casings.
To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation across the planet. Light, infrared, emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible light is color. However, most stellar objects
Nice. I still have not quite found the way up, but I'm sure it's very close.
Re-emit some based on its temperature and composition. Composition determines what patterns of light,
Okay, I think it's over there.
while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and what portion of the spectrum infrared optical representation, which I could not describe here. As the light shifts up visible through orange, then yellow, and white. Resulting in a non-green star. There is no natural stellar composition that emits solely
Take care not to slip. A fall from that height wouldn't be pretty.
How about a fall from D's nuts?
no such evidence of any kind has ever been detected.
You cabbage-headed lard ass.
You could sell everything here and still not have enough to buy a can of
I see
Borscht
an unfriendly
Wurst.
source.
Almost feel bad for him.
Got eyes on some milkers.
Nobody around. Hit what in the where now? I'm the one you need to worry about. You lot could... Hit him hard!
Constructually compelling yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. Attention order acolytes, perfection now exists in sandwich form. Our scientists have created the perfect BLT sandwich. It is balanced, layered, and tasteful. You may cease your search for complete lunchtime fulfillment, for it has arrived. You are welcome from the order of the Ascent. Setting witnesses into the universal equation should maturate more rapidly and solve its own problems. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Sorry.
Your thorough appreciation of that song was considered a probabilistic certainty.
Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper.
Sure, it's pretty now. And we considered what it might look like on fire.
Okay.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Planet Wireless. Sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. An ongoing prolongation of existence remains an issue for all present transiting the golden mid-terrain. Utmost caution is highly urged. Refugees and travelers report targeted ambushment by desperate pharmaceutical addled, chemically dehanced societal cast-offs who have succumbed to a life of pilferage and plunder. Auntie's choice troops have bivouacked in trenches crisscrossing the highways. Although a ceasefire
This window. Don't like it. These strangers. Should rip them out, shatter them, transfer them with ourselves.
We got company, Commander.
Yes! Grab an order glass scrawler next outing. They'll display us in the standing before we...
Whilst peregrinating outside in heavy those choosing to heed said forewarnings are predicted to have a 14.7% higher chance of survival.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
job here. Grass tingling. All chuck. No loafing, Commander.
Got a distraction for you. Things take time, Commander.
Back in business.
No! Why can't I pick up this fucking corpse? Damn it.
There is a strange sort of humor in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history, within a few days of my being assigned here. As far from Protectorate society as possible, Golden Ridge suffers under an invading force, and moreover, it appears that our Order colleagues have betrayed us. At first, I lamented my isolation, but I've realized I was where I needed to be of service. The scores of abandoned subjects need a leader. I have enlisted the staff at these estates to help accept the first influx of still loyal Protectorate refugees. More shall come. I shall lead them out of the shadows and into the light. For the good of the Protectorate. This is my calling.
Okay, lady. Delusions of grandeur. Big symptom of Manabads, frankly. Alright, let's continue.
From the Order of the Ascendant. In times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your role in the grand plan. Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and doubt. The song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Generating primes, techniques, and uses.
Diagnostic mode disabled. Re-engaging security protocols. Complete. Beginning.
Based on its arithmetic-based harmonic progressions.
Want to, but I'm not ready. Let's dispense with the house. locked and loaded. Just give the signal. Hit what in the where now?
Practical applications, such as maintaining the security system of data. But if you strive to become open questions in the area of one such question is every member of the sect NG decides to a sum of two crimes? It seems to be so. Who has ever proven this is true? Similarly, are there an infinite number of crimes by only doing your value? You have been unable to find it on the record. Perhaps you can discover one of these proofs and become the next senior tenured laureate of the tertiary adjunct school of numismatics Go. Positions to all, and good day.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Accomplished colleagues, please please 1.7 minutes of your academic calendar for a compact consultation on current events. Presiding Bishop F. Massar.
Fellow ascendants, please allow to state we live in perilous times for scientism. Spatial anomalies, incursive corporatists, our divisive division from the Protectorate. Not an ideal course of events. It represents the peril of which I speak. We cannot choose our trials. Only and fight. We have done both with human efficiency. Our greatest enemy is distraction. We must not let events outside our control divide our attention, or we risk incongruence with the grand plan. Way lies chaos. We cannot control misfortune's ebb and flow, but we can predict it with reasonable precision, as if tracking patterns or charting shoals. Embrace rational thought, stick to the plan, and unlike our emotional protectorate brethren, the fair winds of scientism will carry us to ascension.
Stay tuned for what follows. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
All aboard! What? You were thinking it too. Fastest way down, sure, but you won't be getting back up.
How are you still upright over there?
Looking a few quarts low, Commander.
Real nervous about that explosion we saw when we landed, Commander.
Anyway, need something, Commander?
Oh, fuck. Okay. Fuck it, we ball. Didn't work. Oh, hitting the water at terminal velocity still kills you. Oh, maximum uranium poisoning is what it was. Okay, the water is poison. The water's poison. Well, I guess we're going down the goofball way again.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
Activate goofball mode. Beep boop 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 bop.
Constructionally compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
The future of nourishment is here. Apogee chips, shelf-stable and intestinally safe. Tomorrow's favorite snack is available today.
From the Order of the Ascendant. Whimsical computational jest 37A. Be like the Midas operator and make a difference today. And more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Fuck me. Maybe I should just fucking walk back down. Who am I kidding? I'd rather die than walk back down. I'd rather die! We're not walking down. That's off the table now.
audacious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
The future of nourishment is here. Apogee chips, shelf-stable and intestinally safe. Tomorrow's favorite snack is available today.
From the Order of Resentment. Humorous hot beverage mug text recently observed, scientists seek safety in numbers and enlightenment. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Ah, you've returned in one piece. Did you, perchance, What? Speak up now! Youth these days. Off with you now! Ah, you've returned in one piece. Did you, perchance, acquire those, precious... Oh, don't... Ah, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Just a local logistical agent operating here on Sub Rosa's behalf. They were meticulously kept by the vigilant who lived here before the war. Prominent woman, knew many folk, before a landmine dashed such hopes. You'd think they'd let a Now, this little old spider has to get his affairs in order. Here's something for your troubles. Farewell. Before I forget, stop by Agent Kobor in Matriarch's Mercy if you ain't already. Helping me should be enough to get you past her lackey. Now get! Now to patch myself up and return home. Come on, Spider. Gather your energy.
Spider sounds like something a fucking crackhead will be nicknamed. And the equivalent in this world is Purpleberry Crunch. What does that say about society? When our elders are fucking sucking cock under a bridge for Purpleberry Crunch. You think Chinese elders are doing that? No, because they take care of their elders. Something Americans could learn from. Fuck you, America. Just kidding. I'm a patriot. I believe that we have a future just like Outer Worlds 2. Where corporate profits take the lead over human well-being. And we actually kinda like it. Manatee. Calculations. Tristan.
So you did come. Good.
It's our buddy.
I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself.
Oh no, I love destruction visited upon the innocent. It's actually kind of my bag. But if you get sick, you feel free to just chill out, little guy. Okay?
How dare you? An arbiter does not visit wanton destruction upon civilians. And had I judged these refugees, I would have told the bartender plainly. I've some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain
I pissed him off.
Although I am not required to do so as an arbiter, I would care to acquire proof.
Yeah, this arbiter here is actually very, very chill and very, he's going above and beyond what his religion requires. He could try and pull his fucking tyrant bullshit out here in the galaxy, but he's not. He's actually trying to be culturally sensitive.
We operate under the Sovereign's indefatigable will. Thus, we do not need proof. But my training was somewhat unique in that it emphasized the value of thorough investigation. Let us comb the remnants of this charnel house.
How many digits in pi?
These people could have been saved if they simply hadn't deviated from the paradigm. I cannot help but feel a pang for these people, cut down without a hope of defense. We must uncover what transpired here. As an apprentice, I was taught to see investigations through to their completion. Evidence begets evidence and can lead one to uncover further criminal elements. Any further interest is purely academic. Very well. I shall continue to search on my own. Is that? Yes, that's an insight.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations. The Office of Hindrance Deterrence and Obviation has posted the following for venturesome pursuers of justice and fortune. A bounty for the lives of Edward and Morton Dunsany, brothers and raiders last known to be operating out of the former Protectorate compound, Guardian Estates. A
Oh,
bounty
cool, I
for
just
the
killed
lives
those
of
guys.
Jan Dunsany, notorious bushwhacker. Dangerously addled, last said to be holed up at the Scrapper's Den. Ampler rewards to be collected upon completion at the bounty posting site at Matriarch's Mercy.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Salutations. Has your search uncovered anything of remark? Inform me.
Shit, smeared on a wall.
I doubt it factored in their inadequacy in the face of a superior force. Assuming there was a superior force.
The defenses seem pretty resolute in theory, but automechs are easily manipulated.
The distinct lack of automechanical corpses around us supports your point. It seems the defenders did not defend. Did you have anything else? You're certain you've combed the place to your liking?
Uh-oh.
Very well. I shall continue to search on my own.
Tell me if you find any big pack of hot dog. Imagine. Commander Zant has found big pack of hot dog. Rapidly tap X to defecate. Imagine a quick time event to defecate IRL.
Shame about all this blood. I just polished these boots.
You're a big wet puss dog. Picked your way amid black and still.
You have tuned your receiver to command player wireless. We verify before we amplify.
Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A team of formulated by the Order of the Ascendant.
Never forget, we will unlock humanity's full potential. Due course, in due time, each fulfilling our prescribed role within the grand plan. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
What sort of life was this? Without the Sovereign's guidance.
Automechs were triggered. Use it or you lose it. Prove it. Alright, liberals, I think we figured it out. Basically, the robots went Berserk. What do you want from me otherwise?
Salutations. Has your search uncovered anything of remark? Let's hear it. An encampment such as this normally would possess no means for long-band communication. Was there anything remarkable about it? Good observation. Suffice it to say, the Protectorate would not take... Did you have anything else? Oh? I wouldn't expect a localized transmitter to harbor anything of note. Prove me wrong. I don't believe I would have learned that on my own. Seems I underestimated you. That's very well. I shall continue to search up.
So he renders me as competent.
Has your search uncovered anything of remark? You're certain you've combed the place? Then let us debrief and see if we can deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people? I have a strong theory, but there are gaps. I'd like to hear your own analysis, and we may compare where our ideas converge. No. Sub Rosa could have cleaned this entire business up without anyone knowing where that thing... Although I'm no ballistics expert, the death wounds on the corpses appear to match those inflicted by... Have any theories about the automechs that did this? My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised? I may have a strong theory, but I do not have a definitive answer. It seems so simple, and yet the only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of... Agreed. I do believe that relay is of Protectorate make, and the refugee... I hypothesize that they used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa. After the Vox relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to. Theorized. I knew this was an ex-Protectorate encampment, but wasn't sure it was a Sentinel's doing until this moment. They operate in clandestine ways. Now with that finished, we... Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. Seems the machines returned, bent on eliminating any stragglers. To arms!
Sorry, ain't ready yet. Let's skip the diplomacy. Ain't recharged. Go, locked and loaded. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again. I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the... I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me.
Based on travesty, a tragedy, a horror. A horror the archive will help us avoid. Every bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our archivists brings us closer to our goal, to the solving of the universal equation. Probability is not enough. Guesses are not enough. Incomplete information leads to inaccurate predictions, which lead to tragedies. We must not guess. We must know. Help us know. Contribute any and all data you can collect to our proud archivists. And you too can say you contributed to the archive.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. All pay heed and take warning. Recent reports note a sporadic outbreak of belligerent zealots characterized as having cobwebs in the attic throughout Golden Ridge. Specifically through the N-ray range, our laboratory tasked with harnessing mysterious stellar radiation. We've lost contact with facility personnel and thusly fear the worst. Cultist trespassers could never comprehend the fundamental forces at work in this lab, which might only render these zealots all the more unpredictable and dangersome. Unfortunately, given the current state of Golden Ridge infrastructure, we cannot verify the N-ray range's status without crossing through or over our decommissioned autonomous extractorium. A perilous trek even under the best of circumstances. Stay cautious out there, fellow Ascendants.
So ends this missive.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
We were once two separate points. We had no connection till the aim of the order gave us no direction. Then we
Being the anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure.
never to leave. Yet in such close proximity. And then one day our eyes did meet, and fate said in
stranger. The Order bids you welcome, but also warnings. In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here.
So it was one of our bases that got hit. Well, I'm gonna be sick.
The presiding bishop sent you. Then I'd advise making for it post-haste. You'll find safety there. The rest of this area, less so. The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, creatures, and corporatists. Well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack. Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship the rifts or some such. People will turn to anything to ease their discomfort during times of crisis, I suppose. The creatures are of the genus Verachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human, and exceedingly willing to do so. They're both unstable and violent. Auntie's forces call them scrappers, and uses them for just that, gathering scrap materials. Excessive abuse of stimulants has made them severely unbalanced and prone to violence. They've also been known to pose as refugees.
They're
to
basically
lure their victims
psychos
into ambushes. There
from
are several camps of them northwest of here. I'd strongly advise keeping your distance.
BioShock psychos, basically.
May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one?
Here's a general calculation based on the desired procreation rate of 2.3 offspring per year. Calculate the sum of the children in the first 5 couples that live to your left, and add to it the sum of the children in the first 5 couples that live to your right. If this total sum is less than 23, you should have another child. If the sum is greater than 23, you should not have another child. If the sum is exactly 23, you should move to a new neighborhood and repeat the experiment. Next query.
Final question for Vicar. Do these pantaloons make my posterior look overly substantial?
No, those pantaloons do not appear as a German antecedent of that statement.
Refugees, looks like. And after that strike, there'll only be more at the gates.
What happens next may surprise you, but not us.
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the... We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. Oh, no, we can't allow that. You'd best go and see our doctor at once. Just keep your distance from others. Welcome to Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
That was very easy. Skew.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No,
I swear,
Arcadia is
it's
doomed.
nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in these parts.
Oh, try not to get too close. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from it. Oh, I keep sickness to myself. Is that it? Well, I refuse to give in to shit. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease. I think it's downright awful what's happened. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous. You too.
This guy's a fucking tool. I'm still in his shit.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Constructually compelling yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency...
Broke my nose last, Scrap. Ah, the void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now. Okay, no need to get sore or nothing. I don't think it works like that, but I ain't gotta be right. I don't get paid to, you know. You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it?
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off board.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother...
Nice. I just made friends by siding with a random guy.
Law. Matriarch's mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright grand plan is the predetermined order to the... Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually... Lately, the abbot has... You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's mercy. I hear what commonly... Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their day. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. Oh, dear. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13... I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added... Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. The paradigm, by calculating the position of every atom in the universe.
Reminds me of Tau Ceti right after the merger. Had to wait for my number to be called just to get rations and a comp.
All bodily functions.
Hope these folk don't have to wait as long.
A little salt.
I won't think twice about applying the precise amount of force.
Dissonance? Don't even like the sound of it. And then we solve for the... Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else? Given our present circumstances, most of my data revolves around existential... According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers, by quite a healthy statistical margin, yes, we have But if my data remains unconvincing, then back to... Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside...
It's a bunch of dweebs here. I'm ready to noogie all of them.
The Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teaching.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance effects are capable because reason never goes out of season. It's time for another administration of Relatable Enlightenment with Ask a Vicar, featuring Vicar Mag Sai. Today we focus on quantity over qualitative analysis with an accelerated round of brief layperson inquiries. Starting with, does the Order know the outcome of this war?
Of course we do. But such knowledge cannot be shared with the general public or broadcast over the ether.
Shame what happened.
One would shift the equation into new modes. It might introduce uncertainty.
I seen the whole thing.
It would update our original solution.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear. Refugees, I don't happens, don't have proper building material or nothing. Oh, you put, maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. They're doing something.
You must never calculate your equation.
Oops.
Such a class of parametric mappings must be made by an objective third-party order member to assure non-arbitrary orthogonality. Make an appointment at your nearest predictory as soon as possible. Any more questions?
Yes, Vicar. Because research shows the listener attention falters after a series of 3 items, here's our third and final question.
Let me pay my bounty real quick.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Oh, of it. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order. Granted, I mostly skimmed the part. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good. 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 I'm most focused on what's relevant to me these days. I used to listen to the wireless, read periodicals, all that useless junk. Complete waste of time, I tell you. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, "Rollo Nass, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today." I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on. I mean, if you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that, what do you call it? Anecdotal feedback. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the... I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my... Anybody needs me, I'll be right here patiently awaiting my latest personalized order prediction.
We're not going anywhere. Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called Scrap's back in business.
Damn it.
Tired of vacuously untrue statements with their unsatisfying answers?
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
More questions?
Oh,
Because research shows
granted. Suppose that means you're not a threat. First time just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff. Sure. Things. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done, had told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. You did catch the part I said I don't know. Anybody needs me, I'll be right here patiently awaiting my latest personalized order prediction.
this popular number has been conclusive.
We're not going anywhere. Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone is where we stake our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom! You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me. Cheers to that, friend. When war... May Huffstutler. Formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, that's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. What little I understand, I actually sort of admire. I mean, from where I'm sitting, they hold the most potential. If only they... Because really, at the end of the day, ill intent and neglect feel pretty much happy as I am to make your acquaintance. I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so... the exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction. Screw their predictions. We have people. Displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. People are cramped, injured, sick. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck. I got a pretty fancy gun I was issued back when I was a rising star at Auntie's. Side with us, and it's yours. Even throw in a healthy amount of... Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. Thanks, stranger. You can find...
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation. The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Antes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food. You sure? The Order seems a whole lot more concerned with dazzling the populace. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war. But nothing's ever really free. I went through this myself when Auntie's Choice took over Tau Ceti, and all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this? In all my years, I ain't encountered many folk who would extend a hand. I mean, I'd not have asked for your help with my graft if I didn't have something to offer in exchange. That's a reflection of reality, friend. Unless you mean to tell me... Anyhow, if the Order... Appreciate you hearing me out.
I don't like her.
Can't get that Annie's Choice jingle out of my head. Anyway, need something, Commander?
You may cease your search for complete lunchtime.
Try not to deviate from the norm.
What can I help you with? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate. Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? Here in sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy. Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his... Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off... Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't like no fighting for free.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to It's superb. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Agreed. You do well in Sub Rosa with that philosophy. We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. Let Sub Rosa consider. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry. Idle browsers will...
You are listening to Grand Plan Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason. Join the Order of the Ascendant and experience the beauty and elegance of the well-formulated plan. You'll never forget your first higher-order logarithmic differentiation.
If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by...
Generating primes, techniques, and uses. Good day and welcome again to Abstract Algebraics, Section 4, Session 43. Please continue with the background music, which I have selected today based on its arithmetic-based harmonic.
Greetings! I heard tell that you aided Spider in his little recon between the two of us. I sent him feast thine...
For the Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses thereof. I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well, consider this a basic refresher course in remedial linguistics for those new to the order. I will start by explaining what a prime
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
still in diapers. I have been called many things. Fictitious is one of them.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for... Oh.
What happened to this place? Law. Safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. 1,068.5 pardons. But as you may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for... The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to if I can help others in need today, with the great disruption that has occurred to their... Appreciate you.
Redundant. Side note, I am frequently asked why isn't 1 a prime number since nothing can divide it other than the
What is it? Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the mathematical predict. This is about the exclusion zone, correct? Or that it only that's... You see, this... But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the surely. But the abbot asked me to be personally responsible for their continued well-being. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold. I have some custom-made order armor I never use. That's more than the voice can offer. So, do we have a deal? I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of... Any questions before you get started? Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, you can find her outside, among her but you already knew that. According to predictions, yes. Or at least, many people around... Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good. Good. Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? The doctor? The questionable types from Sub Rosa? Investigated the containers? If not, well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and besides what I've already told, to put it gently, disorganized, but with effort, patience, and collaboration. I am confident that Matriarch's mercy... Good. Check in with me once... As with probability, there is an art to mediation, and it requires a well-rounded perspective.
Foreseen recent conflicts between the Protectorate, Auntie's Choice, and ourselves have resulted in notable detrimental effects throughout this region, including but not limited to the loss of Fort Endurance, disabling of the tramicular, and a 17.9% reduction in effective sleep cycles per evening. But before
What if it
you
just
succumb to a
disappeared?
sense of malaise that undermines cognitive function, take heart from these additional, sharply contrasting data points. Our efforts deciphering the universal equation remain unabated.
By the law, it's you.
Uranium manufactory cells. Remember, just as our calculations allow for a predictable range of error, so do we. Our work continues.
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
As predetermined, avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly...
As a doctor, we don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing, and of course the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. Since you asked, you can run this medicine to... Just don't shake the man's hand.
He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all. You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the means to... Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer... I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me. Strictly speaking, it isn't. Not yet. But the math is very, very, very good at predicting what is probably most likely extremely possible. In theory. Within a margin of error. Anyway, that is the Seer's business. My business is the health and welfare of this camp. Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Might have time to patch up 1 or 2 patients before we head out.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees. The Seer gave me a data pad with explicit instructions that I not read it. For my intervention could only throw probability. Now, take the data pad, with my thanks. How can I be of service? Since you aren't a...
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
I suppose. Well then, I read that you'd have questions about our... We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths.
What the hell you say, boy?
The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense. The former are general. Regrettably, I have built up a bit of a sizable backlog. True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can. Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. There's nothing more practical than improving lives now, is there? We've offered the displaced access to our weekly prognostics reports and personalized order prediction. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly. I believe my services will be increasingly sought after the more of the displaced learn of our methods. Vicar Orendi, for instance, is assiduous. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of my own humble assertions are not enough. I trust his attestation. I foresee you have much to do.
must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
If I may interject, High Scholar, don't you agree our time...
Seer Wiley's right, as always. Obviously, we've all more important things to do than to stand around trifling with truth. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the... That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
What business is it of yours?
Let's not be Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but beyond that, I haven't a clue. More of that pesky compartmentalization. Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Indeed, they began showing up with their inane theories prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the... Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order. Whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. Most assuredly not. It would eliminate the entire point of the ceasefire. Please convey that fact to whomever you speak with.
And here I was under the impression that investigating crime...
He's got us there, Commander.
At any rate, I trust whatever's uncovered over the course of this investigation will serve as compensation enough. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have... Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your finding. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's
a calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis. Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
Oh yeah? Is now a good time to talk about my salary?
No, it's not like that at all. Our bond is an equitable partnership built upon a foundation of mutual respect and dedication to the plan. In fact, what would you put our combined efficacy rate at these days, Wiley?
I won't trouble our good agent here with the exact calculation, but the percentage is considerable.
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally propels you into the upper echelons. Truly, Landon, the Order doesn't realize what it has in you. Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be... Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development. Both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. That is a statue of the Matriarch. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-Order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps...
Oh, certainly. According to...
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians. Could be that he's sincere, or could be that he has his hand. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are. I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions, Commander. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for. That's a rotten thing to say. Good don't mean much against a... We should move on, unless you got something for me? Not helping my trust issues, Commander. Hey, I ain't the enemy.
Noted and logged. This or you injure someone. Disorderly conduct. Familiarities noted and logged. Assist before you injure someone.
Hey, easy with the crap. I wouldn't give for a big bowl of... Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Alright, I'm calling it. Bing bong.